I'm telling you, if you drink Arizona teas, you need to watch this.
What is the obsession with reptilians in India?
This is the first sight we get of a vampire-type creature in the Bible.
If you have anxiety, please keep scrolling. This video is not for you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I got another set of videos that will break your reality. So if you guys are ready, let's check this out.
I'm telling you, if you drink Arizona teas, you need to watch this. Because too many people are finding this goop in their Arizona tea cans. And nobody knows what this is. But check this video out.
This getting left right here.
What the fuck is that? What? Let me see that shit. What?
So, yeah. It's a no for me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all still want to take that risk? Or would you rather go and demand that they change their product? Or we could just all stop shopping with these companies. That's the best option, y'all. We don't have to buy the poison. It's a choice. It really is. You can stop buying these things and we will stop being poisoned.
I think it's time that we stop buying anything that comes in a can that you cannot see what's inside. Because that right there is pure nasty. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
What is the obsession with reptilians in India? There's a lot of people worshiping reptiles there, huh?
Yep. We worship gods. Like our gods are snake-like reptilian gods. We worship nagas. We worship nagas, which are basically reptiles. You know, they're we have a lot of ancient texts talking about nagas. Not only in India, by the way. The nagas are also called sarpas. They're called sarpa.
Where does nagas come from?
Basically a word that denotes reptile, like a snake, like a serpentine.
Okay.
Like you understand what I'm saying? Like it's called a sarpa in India. It's called a seraph in Israel. It's called a serpent. It's all coming from the same word. From in the Bible, it's all coming from the same word. They're called, you know, the sarpa, seraph, serpent. It's the same thing. And the naga is basically a shape-shifting reptilian set of gods. And believe it or not, they're considered the origin of human civilization in countries like Cambodia. In Cambodia, according to Cambodian history, this is not even Cambodian mythology. You can literally study this history in the history books of Cambodia. They're saying that their very first queen was Naga.
A serpent woman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And humans married with the Nagas.
And this is understood as like a mythical religion to them, or?
Well, I mean, we believe that it's a reptilian species.
They believe it was real.
Yep. I believe it.
Or you believe it was an ancient reptilian species?
Yep. I believe the Nagas are like an ancient reptilian species that coexisted with humans.
Do we have any evidence that these people existed? Like other than like what is the evidence that we have other than the fact that there's these myths that are written about them and carvings and statues and stuff?
No, I don't think we would have like archaeological evidence of that, if that's what you mean.
I mean, like, yeah, no archaeological evidence of anything.
I don't think we'll ever maybe, but I don't think we'll find like skeletons of nagas, right? If they found them, right? If they
How would you be able to tell, right?
I don't know about you guys, but by the depiction that he's giving of these beings, it just all sounds like demonic to me. So if you think about it, it's the same tale over and over. There's these gods that mated with women and they had offsprings or whatever. That just sounds like the tale from the Bible. But to me, the reason why they haven't found, or they will never find evidence like bones and things like that, is because if it's a demon, is not gonna die, so therefore there's not gonna be any bones for archaeologists to discover. I don't know, I might be pushing it, but you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think.
This is the first sight we get of a vampire-type creature in the Bible. The Nephilim began to crave the blood not only of humans, but of every living creature on Earth. The Book of Enoch paints a vivid image of just how chaotic things began to get in the pre-flood world, once the Nephilim transformed into a vampire-like apex predator. This entire graphic scene is in chapter 7 of the Book of Enoch. It reads, "And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go in unto them and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds, and beasts, and reptiles, and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones." This chapter of the Book of Enoch is detailing when fallen angels came to earth and created such beings, and also what these beings came to be.
You know what I always question? The fallen angels came down to earth. They mated with women, and they had offsprings. But how did those offsprings, how did they come to be that size? Because from what he's saying, and I looked it up, like 3,000 L's is equivalent to about 400 feet. Like, can you imagine, like, you being born a little kid and then growing to 400 feet? Like, how long would that have taken? That is wild.
If you have anxiety, please keep scrolling. This video is not for you. So basically, there's this Illuminati card game, which was made in 1994. This one is called New World Order or something like that. And the last 6 cards are extremely accurate. Population reduction, and then Center for Disease Control. Corona. Remember the first few theories about the coronavirus, how it was used as population reduction? Then epidemic, except we have a pandemic, and then combined disasters, wildfires, nearly World War III, a bunch of crazy shit happening. Then goal, kill for peace, George Floyd riots and protests and just fighting for change. And the end is tape runs out. So it could either signify a new beginning or we're gonna die.
It is amazing how that game predicted all these things that have happened, especially the corona one. If you look on the lower left, you can see that there's some crazy stuff happening. And by the looks of that image, it looks to be England. So with all the stuff that's happening over there right now, I don't know. You saw the Big Ben just falling over and the fires in the back and the group of people just like the riots are happening. I don't know. You guys let me know if you think it's a possibility that this might happen also.
They reached over and ripped open my shirt to see if I was wired, if I was wiring and recording them. And they were the most sophisticated satanic warrior type person. They knew 5-6 languages. They knew the ancient twilight languages. They knew how to conjure. They knew how to use Belteshazzar, Okwam, all these old Pictish languages of the Druids to summon. They are the real Luciferian. They've been through many human sacrificial things. So they sat there to tell me some of those things, what they've been involved with, how they sacrifice a human. I'm listening to all this stuff from them. And then they said to me, "You have no idea, Russ, how many of us there are out there. How many satanic, they use the term, chosen ones. You have no idea how many. You have no idea what's coming. We smell Christian blood. We are waiting for our day. And when the call is given, millions of us will be released." And they looked at me and said, "You believe in revivals and you believe in Pentecost and the power of God. You believe in all that. We believe in the Black Awakening, a multi-continental release of power to activate the program Demonized, where they've weaponized the demonic powers to these super soldiers."
The objective of the project was to create super soldiers.
We've been able to create super soldiers.
Tell him I'm going to take the thing about the super soldiers out.
Okay, so no super soldiers.
Are they waiting for a specific time to unleash their power?
Yeah, they are, because they have to do it at the moment the Antichrist is, like you read in 2 Thessalonians 2, that it's caught the echo, the restrainer is holding back the apocalypse of the Antichrist, the unveiling in his movement. So right now he's held restrained. Soon as he who restrains is removed, soon as that occurs, we have White Horse, the release of the Antichrist. Instantly, we have the release of the red. It says the whole earth. Irene, peace is taken to the whole earth, and all of a sudden, it doesn't give the details, but all of a sudden, on a global scale, people are released to begin to, and the Greek word is sphadzo, slaughter, begin to slaughter people. It's used of animal ritual butchery to begin to slaughter individuals. That's exactly how they defined it to me back in the 90s. And we've heard this again and again and again. So that scenario fits the Masonic version of chaos before a new order. It fits Father Meridon from the Cathedral of the Black Goat, his book, The Devil's Bible. It fits that scenario too. So some of the oldest, darkest occultists, the idea of chaos first, a collapsing of everything so that a new order can rise, that's all by design. And we've been given the heads up in prophecy, but all prophecy has boots on the ground. It'll all, eventually happen. So I do believe that millions and millions of these trained, programmed, altered, demonized super soldiers, whether we want to say it or not, they believe they're being raised to help bring the Antichrist in.
The Antichrist.
The Antichrist.
Well, these are supposed to be the events that signal the birth of the Antichrist.
That's true in Germany, when we were in Germany, when we went to Wadelsburg Castle. That's true in Poland, when we went there. That's true in Switzerland. It's true in Canada. So when we talk about our research in 38 years worldwide, there may be well over 100 million generations of them. And if even half, or even if 10% were intact, like say the United States, remember the Vegas? Look what he did. Look what that guy did. Okay, notice what would happen if 10,000 of them were like Colorado, or like in Arizona. What if 10,000 of them were released in 1 week? That's their plot plan, and biblical prophecies ahead of that to say here is what is going to happen, and from that a global monetary collapse, and from that's all that chaos is coming. So Revelation 13, a whole new order with the Antichrist can come.
The one, the only, the Antichrist.
There are four faces of the Antichrist on his rise to power.
Doc, it sounds to me like you're talking about the Antichrist.
I don't know about you guys, but that gave me chills. Step by step. It just scares the hell out of me. All these people showing the white horse and the pale horse and their performances is manifested. They're trying to make it happen. All these bad things that are supposed to happen.
You know the one thing about flat earth that does trip me out? Google images of satellites. Just like type in satellite. Just all.
There's no real pictures?
Not a single one is not. This is the one thing that tripped me out, I'm not gonna lie. They're all just like renders.
Why?
It's true.
Why do you think?
This is the one, I'm gonna say, this is the one thing that trips me out. I've never seen a satellite that was real. I'm just saying, I'm not a flat earther, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very strange now that you bring that up. Why would they want to sell us on Earth being round?
That's not the only thing they're selling you on. They're selling you on space as well. That's why you think like that, because you're thinking out of space and all those other planets and stuff. Are
real?
Like that. Yeah. Huh?
You don't think they're real?
But the fact that, honestly, it's the only thing that brings me any hope, because I don't think we're getting out of it.
No, of course not. But that shouldn't be surprising either. I mean, again, I just can't believe that in the end, when it really gets intense, as it is now, that it's Christians, it's people who actually believe the Bible are the only ones with wisdom who understand what's really going on. They're not shocked at all. And they're not panicked either. They get it. It's so interesting. That itself is a biblical principle. The last shall be first. The most, the humble among you will be exalted. It's like, everything's the opposite of what you thought it was. Victory is defeat. Christianity is defeat. Being tortured to death is actually victory. It's like, but once you start, even if you're not a Christian, which I think you should be, because it's true, But even if you're not, you can acknowledge, just having lived here for a while, that that is absolutely the way things work.
To live is Christ, to die is gain. He said Christians will be the only one with wisdom in the last days. Let me put that in better context for you guys. What Tucker Carlson is actually saying is, it will be Christians who understand the true fight we are actually in. Because believe it or not, there are many people who realize this world is a matrix. They realize the government, the higher elites, it's all a matrix. But they believe it's all a pyramid situation that's leading up to higher human elites. While Christians, on the other hand, understand that it's actually a spiritual battle. And us as human beings, us as souls, us as spirits, are really in a space where we are held captive and in bondage. And there is only one place to get the key to be freed, and that is Christ. That's better context for you guys. God bless. Shalom.
I think most people don't want to believe because they're afraid. They're afraid of like believing in God, and once they do that, then they have to also believe in the devil. Once they do that, then they're afraid of everything that's going to happen, and they rather not believe. They rather say that there is no God in order to, live their life how they want and don't have to think about the consequences of their actions. It's like he says, like those in the know what's happening, and we know what's going on, and we know what's coming. Everybody sins. Everybody's a sinner. All you could do is believe in God, believe in Christ, and repent. Ask for forgiveness, ask for knowledge, wisdom, and ask for God to help you navigate your life in the best way possible, to give you the strength to go through life and make the right choices, go through the right path.
What the f*** was that? I'm about to show you a video. TikTok detectives. Can anyone explain this video at all? I watch Paranormal content. No, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play the video. This is weird.
Recently posted a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit that quickly got flooded with comments. This video was captured on a home security camera in the uploader's hometown in Colombia. In this bizarre footage, a man can be seen entering a house, but what happened next is incredibly unsettling.
Look at the man. The man. Right here. It knocked him out! He fell back! They couldn't show you him falling back because it's graphic. But these two come to check on him. It hit him! Just watch.
As the video begins, a man can be seen casually entering a house. But soon after, something came flying through the air and appeared to yank the man out the door. Within a split second, this unidentified anomaly darted from the lawn to the door, somehow causing this man to violently get ejected from the house. By the look of the aftermath, this man was clearly unconscious, catching the attention of two bystanders that quickly came to his aid. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I have no idea what actually happened. And according to the uploader, the man in the video is alive, but unfortunately has no memory of this incident. If anyone has any theories as to what happened here, please let me know. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try my best to avoid whatever this is.
Did y'all see how it came around the car? What the f*** was that? It knocked the guy out, made him fall back, and he has no recollection of the event ever happening. Where are we? What was that? What was it? Whatever that flew disappeared as well. People could say, oh, it was a piece of metal. There was no metal there. There was nothing there. Anybody has any theories, please message me. I saw that last night and I was like,
yo, that is wild. Like, where did that come? First of all, where did that come from? Like, and what was it? Because I don't think that was a piece of metal like this, like, I guess they're claiming, or a rock or anything. And if it was a ball of some type, whoever threw that curve needs to be signed into the major leagues, because that was one hell of a curve. And to hit that guy and knock him out, I don't know what the hell that was, but that doesn't look natural at all. I was looking at the car to see if there was a reflection while it was going through, and then you could see the light on the side of the car as he passes through. I'm gonna have to mute this guy because he's throwing too many F-bombs in there. But let me know in the comments what you think that was.
Parece. ¿Escucha eso? Parece, oiga, parece. ¿Escucha eso? ¿Escucha eso? Sí. ¿Escucha eso? Sí. Espere. Ay, no, que veo, espere.
Parece mi tío.
Cáncela, eso es cáncela.
No sé qué está pasando.
¿Qué va a decir?
Uy, no sé. Oye, por ahí unas cosas. Bueno, es que vamos aquí en Mantoná, vamos para la fiesta, mijo. Uy, oye, mis hijos.
Ey, métanme allá todos.
Sí, vámonos. Vamos para adentro, Señor Dios mío.
Nonita, venga usted para aquí.
Sí, Señor Dios mío. Virgen Santísima.
No la escucha.
Voy a ir al baño, mijito. Señor, yo no sé qué está pasando, Virgen Santísima. No sé qué pasa, Señor. ¿Dónde está por allá, Señor?
Tranquila.
Señor.
Escucha.
Señor, no sé por dónde estará. Todo el santo, Señor Dios mío, no sé. Virgen Santísima.
Todavía está ahí la fogata, nonita.
Ay, Señor, fogata está ahí. Señor, eso es. ¿Quién está ahí? Señor, ¿qué está ahí en el baño? Uy,
¿escuchó? Todos para adentro. Nonita, éntrese. Nonita, ahí. ¿Cómo cierro esto aquí?
¿Qué pasa? No sé qué pasa, Señor Dios mío.
¿Qué pasa?
No sé qué pasa, Señor Dios mío. Señor, yo no sé. Virgen Santísima, rescate, Señor. Virgen Santísima. Sangre de Cristo, líbranos, Señor. Mío. No sé mis hijos, no sé mis hijos. Virgen Santísima. Virgen Dios. Señor. Virgen Santísima. Señor. Virgen Santísima. Virgen Señor. Virgen Santísima.
¿Qué hay? Primo, tranquilo.
Señor, yo te estoy echando agua y agua.
¿Ah?
¿Y agua bendita? Mijito, no hay agua bendita, no sé, Señor.
Agüita bendita, algo para hacerle a esos.
No sé dónde estará, Señor. Agua de la manguera.
Nonita, levántese.
Ay, mis hijos, Señor. Oye.
No.
If you listen to it, it sounds like there's actually something there. But if you pay attention, there's some telltale signs that this was all fake. It says that they encounter a witch, but the way that the entity is calling for her kids is most likely La Llorona. Besides that, the telltale sign was basically the old lady. The old lady was too calm, and you could tell she was faking it because she just kept repeating the same thing, but you couldn't hear any fear in her voice. It was just like really bad acting. The girl that was supposed to be sleeping, she wasn't sleeping. She's hiding her face because she didn't want to be part of the whole mess. At the end, the other guy that was on the bed, when he was getting up, you could see him crack a smile. So you know this is all fake. I mean, it was a good attempt, but nah, that was not real.
There is no hell. I've done thousands and thousands of cases. There is no hell. Hell is an invention of the church. It was never in the Bible. It's something has been invented. A loving God would not do that to people. You are allowed to make all the mistakes you want. You're allowed to come back and do it again and again till you get it right. They don't punish you just because you make a mistake and throw you into an oven. It doesn't work that way. If the person experiences a negative near-death experience because that's what they're expecting. From the brainwashing of church and everything, they'll say you're going to hell, you're not good enough, nothing good can come out of this. They'll go to what they're expecting, but it's not real, so they don't stay there. If that's what you're expecting, you'll see it. These older people dying and they're saying, They're dying in fear because they said, I've been told by the church I'm going to hell because I'm not perfect. So why should they die in fear just because the church says that's the way it should be?
Breaking news, family. Kanye West has reactivated his Instagram, but things aren't looking good. Somebody in his circle that used to be a friend of him that would look out for him had dropped a bombshell. And these are screenshots from him. So I'm gonna show y'all. Let's get into it real quick. Because Kanye might have been unalived, he says, back in May. Let's get right to it. So here's a sworn affidavit by this dude, Milo. I can't say his last name, so I'll just say Milo. Now these are just copies of the report, or should I say affidavit, what he describes of what was going on with Kanye. Here's another one, Thomas Connolly. So he just talks about money and how Kanye was getting taken advantage of and drugged up. All right here, if you have a screenshot so you can share it with everybody. Even at the top, it talks about the inhaler mask and the gas treatments that Kanye was getting. So he was on some shit, y'all. And one of the last ones of this, it says that the doctor constantly talked about putting Kanye under, meaning under anesthesia, full anesthesia. So he was under for no apparent medical reason. Just thought it was a normal part of everyday life. Yeah, and this is what somebody's testifying. So, I don't know, man. Not looking good for Kanye, man. Hopefully he's alright. And then this is just part of what he does on his daily basis. The guy that has the affidavit to talk about what was going on. He said it's his job to protect Kanye, as he says here, but he probably no longer going to be his friend after this. But hey, I mean, you gotta do what's right, but he might have been Michael Jackson. Yeah. What do y'all think? This is crazy. Leave in the comments below. Peace and love.
If all that he's saying is true, then Kanye has been telling us for a long time that that's what they were trying to do. Like, he did say that they were trying to put him in a mental hospital to begin with, so that's not going too far from what I could see there. It's coming from a third person, so has anybody seen him lately? Besides that, like, the times that he has come out and appeared, people have been saying that that's not him. It could be true. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Nick, can you believe that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's the weirdest sunset ever.
I've never seen it do that.
It's like it looks like a Lego pieces.
It's just sitting in the water.
It's a layer of fog.
Are you kidding me?
It looks like a pyramid. The earth is flat.
It looks fake.
Closer to, isn't it?
Whoa. When the weather's really dry, the glare goes away. And you can see like the circle of the sun. Why is it just setting on the water? It looks like it's digital.
Yeah, it looks digital. Exactly.
It looks like a Pac-Man or something. Intergalactic car. Intergalactic. There it goes. Wow.
That's so weird.
Intergalactic. Planetary.
Oh, Richard's taking a picture.
Intergalactic.
Wait, no, it looks like a boat.
No one lose their
Wait,
car.
green flash, guys. We're gonna see it because it was so pink.
It's not clear enough.
Do you guys? The green flash exists, but it's only because when your eyes don't see that red, that orangey pink, it replaces it with the opposite on the color spectrum, which is green. That's why you see green flash.
I can see it happening right now.
Yeah, you'll see a green flash because it's gonna disappear and then you'll see a green flash.
That's so
You see the green?
weird. I don't see green.
I see it.
How come I don't see green?
When you just stare at it for a moment.
I think the sun forgot how to behave, because that's not a normal behavior for the sun. He forgot that he's supposed to go down, not into the water, but behind earth. So I don't know what's happening over there. Do you think this is true? Do you think it was fake? Do you think it was some type of filter? Think it's an optical illusion due to the water and the sun setting? I don't know. Guys, let me know.
Are all standing under a glass ceiling right
This
now.
is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. That's right, Grover. This is the fiction section.
That stuff is what? Fiction means it's a made-up story.
Sweet dreams are made of things. Who am I to disagree? Basement is a modern frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Fiction means it's a made-up story.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
NASA and government documents state that the Earth
repeatedly
is
assumed
flat.
a flat and stationary Earth.
For example, this NASA document assumes a flat, non-rotating Earth. Georgia Institute of Technology, on behalf of NASA, the model used is a flat, non-rotating Earth. Technical memo from the NASA Langley Research Center, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Technical Memorandum, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA publication on the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model, flat, non-rotating Earth and flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA contractor, flat, non-rotating Earth and flat Earth assumptions. NASA Ames Research Center, non-rotating flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, propagation of electromagnetic fields over flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, a flat Earth approximation provides the best estimate. NASA Technical Paper, stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Technical Memo, a non-rotating Earth.
Okay, so in the technical papers, all claim the Earth is flat, but for the public, they're claiming that it's a sphere. You see, things like that is what I'm saying when I tell you that I don't believe it's flat, but it's just certain things, the points towards it. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what you guys think.
There's only one book that all truth seekers and researchers go to at some point in their journey. Talking about true scholars, people that get books, read books, and do their diligent investigation. Only one book, so listen up.
The book is a manual. It's got to be, because there's one thing, like I said, I'm balls deep in trying to find the truth. Sometimes I'm wrong, whatever. But a lot of guys, 3 different guys that I looked up to and looked and asked for information because they were so into a certain area that I wasn't into. I'm like, tell me more. And they are like my mentors. At the end, dude, all of them, they're starting to look into the Bible. And I remember the first guy back in like 2005 when I was like full blown, like against religion and all that. I would say, dude, what are you doing, dude? You showed me the way, and now you're looking into the Bible. It goes, I know it sounds crazy, but you gotta look into it too. This isn't just a book with crazy fairy tales. This is some real shit.
Proof that Balenciaga used their models as mannequins.
Did you know that Balenciaga mannequins are real persons? There is a theory that Balenciaga is turning real-life models into mannequins that are used in their stores. There was a Balenciaga model named Christopher G, who was well known in the industry. He urged people to tag Balenciaga for collaboration. He posed for many Balenciaga campaigns, but one day, Christopher mysteriously vanishes with his family, after being flown to Balenciaga, Florida campaigns in 2020. But there is a mannequin in one of the Balenciaga flagship store that exactly looked like Christopher. Did Balenciaga go to extreme of eliminating Christopher? It's not the first time that the Balenciaga has been associated with wild conspiracies. Kanye West has been known to heavily criticize brand in the past, before his own disappearance and mysterious return, when he's suddenly seen shopping at Balenciaga and looking very, very different.
Kanye did go missing at some point and then came back, and like people have been saying, he's been looking different. And the fact that he was talking badly about Balenciaga, and then when he came back, he was seen shop at Balenciaga, that makes absolutely no sense. But what really makes no sense is the fact that people are still shopping at Balenciaga after all the stuff that came out in the news. Come on, people.
The Great Tribulation hasn't started because there are certain prophecies that need to be fulfilled before Satan is fully released from prison. And now let me tell you, even though we are living in a very, very, very troublesome times, the 21st century is the end times. Not the end of the world, but it is the end of time. There is a huge difference between the end of the world and the end of time. End of time is a 2,000-year cycle. Every 2,000 years is an end of time. End of the world, only God knows when that will be. But are we living in the end of times? 100% yes, because since the time of the coming of the first coming of the Messiah, it has been 2,000 and a bit years. We've already gone into the end of times. And every end of time cycle, something dramatic, drastic happens at a global level. From our father Adam to Noah, the great flood, 2,000 years. From the great flood to Abraham, 2,000 years. From Abraham to Jesus Christ of Nazareth, all glory to his holy name, 2,000 years. And from the Lord till now, it's been 2,024 years. Definitely we are living in the end of times. Every end of times cycle or circle, the fear of God, of the Lord, diminishes dramatically. People veer off the road. People don't care about God, not interested in God. People live in a very sinful way. In a sinful way. Why do you think God brought the great flood? Because there was a lot of marriages and divorces at the time of our father Noah. People marrying, divorcing, remarrying 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And what happened at the time of the Sodom and Gomorrah? LGBTQRSTUVYZ. Today, the 21st century has Sodom and Gomorrah and the time of Noah put together. Divorce is happening left, right, and center. Male with male and female with female is also happening at a big time and being supported, endorsed by so many wonderful leaders, including those who call themselves Christians. They're not Christians. Impossible.
If it is true that this stuff happens every 2,000 years, then we're overdue for it to happen again. And it's true with all the stuff that he's saying. All the stuff that's happening now is even worse than what happened back in the time of Noah, and then with Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like, I think we're due for some harsh punishment. Hope not, but let me know what you guys think in the comments.
See, I don't think he get it, y'all. He like, sorry, bro, it's gonna happen. Yeah, bro. You're gonna have to get the mark of the beast. That's why everybody's not gonna have it, bro. This is what we're getting at here. If you don't put this Neuralink in your head, you won't get universal income. This is what this is about, people. Y'all hit the link in the comment for y'all to really understand, but it's about universal income. Elon says we all gonna get universal income once the AI is taken over. And my man is responding this. And I'm telling you, nah, bro, because everybody ain't gonna get this mark of the beast. You're gonna have to do something to get this universal income. That is the whole point. Everybody ain't gonna just be getting paid. There's gonna be people still getting paid because they might have to fix robots, other stuff that AI can't do. You know, real trade, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think an AI will be able to take cutting hair. So he might not get the mark of the beast. But if you ain't gonna work, bro, and you think you about to be lazy, and you don't get this Neuralink in your head, on top of other stipulations, I believe, too, y'all. I think it ain't just this. You might have to do something else. But whatever it is, it's going to be the mark of the beast, bro. So you can say, yeah, let's enjoy this shit. But hey, everybody ain't going to just get a Neuralink in their goddamn head. Y'all comment below, man. What y'all think?
That reminds me of the show The 100. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, though, but there's a certain part where they have something that looks similar to that, and it gets implanted into people. And they basically have the consciousness of other people that have previously used it in there and could tell you how to do things. And in other cases, they could try and take over your body. So that really looks like it's pointing to the mark of the beast if you think about it. But hope not. Hope not.
Tornado warning. Jersey and New Jersey. You know the weather? 2 tornadoes landed at the same time in Ohio. They're trying to say this is low risk, but New Jersey?
Today we're looking rather nasty out there, and we do have the remnants moving through, and here's the timeline that we're expecting. So it's mainly going to be afternoon and evening is what we're looking at today. So mid-afternoon into the evening, and it should be out of the way by late tonight. But in terms of our concerns, damaging wind is a main one, but also that risk of flooding because we've seen a lot of water. There's going to potentially be some more rain coming, and we have the conditions, because this is so quickly moving, that can deteriorate quickly. So the timing on this, you can see as this moves in during really dinner time is what it's looking like. There are these bands where it's going to have these pockets of heavy rainfall, and that's where we could see some of those flooding concerns. This is also the way that this is moving. This is where there's going to be that slight rotation where we could see some of those tornadoes trying to spin up as well. So in terms of that, just want to be weather aware really from this point on and as we head into the rest of the day. So we have some alerts out. We have that tornado watch for much of our state. That's going to be due to having these conditions where we can see those tornadoes. So that tornado threat is going to be for the risk of a few ones. That's going to be now through the rest of the evening. It's going to be forming within the strongest parts of those thunderstorms. So want to keep that in mind and make sure that you're checking your weather alerts and staying up with our forecast. But we have this wind advisory for gusts up around 45 or 50 miles per hour. So in addition to damaging potential from tornadoes, we also have that risk of those gusty winds. So we have the heavy rain risk, the gusty wind risk. The two of those together, especially with how much wind and rain we've already seen this week, could combine to give us some power outage concerns. And then we have that low risk of tornadoes. So just a very weather heavy day. We have a medium flash flood risk.
Hey, tornadoes in New Jersey. Let's see. I mean, it's 2024. Reality is fake. The script is set. Don't you think it's peculiar? We have the age of war, the age of misinformation, the age of weather warfare, the age of the ice cube neutrino, the age of CERN, the age of HARP. I mean, shit. The age of the stock market crashing. Wow. Military industrial stocks go up. Northrop Grumman, Boeing, Lockheed Martin. I mean, what a time to be alive, guys. What a time. What a time. Peace to the gods.
Yo, that is crazy. Tornadoes in New Jersey? Since when? Holy shit-cheese. Earlier today, the power flickered, and I thought it was going to go completely out. It didn't. It came right back, so that was lucky, but I don't know. I didn't know that all this was going to be happening. I better go out and stock up on some water and supplies before this happens, so we'll see. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit those comments. That's it for tonight's video. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and peace.